was surrounded by jerks. I'm not kidding. At this other tiny table right to my left, practically on top of me, there was this funny-looking guy and this funny-looking girl. They were around my age, or maybe just a little older. It was funny. You could see that they were being careful as hell not to drink up the minimum too fast. I listened to their conversation for a while because I didn't have anything else to do. He was telling her about some pro football game he'd seen that afternoon. He gave her every single goddamn play. I'm not kidding. He was the most boring guy I'd ever listened to. And you could tell his date wasn't even interested in the goddamn game, so I guess she had to listen. Real ugly girls have it tough. I feel sorry for them sometimes. Sometimes I can't even look at them, especially if they're with some dopey guy that's telling them about a goddamn football game. On my right, the conversation was even worse, though. On my right, there was this very Joe Yale-looking guy in a gray flannel suit and one of those flitty-looking tassel-tall vests. All those Ivy League bastards look alike. My father wants me to go to Yale or maybe Princeton, but I swear I wouldn't go to one of those Ivy League colleges if I was dying, for God's sake. Anyway, this Joe Yale-looking guy had a terrific-looking girl with him. Boy, was she good-looking. But you should have heard the conversation they were having. In the first place, they were both slightly crocked. What he was doing, he was giving her a feel under the table at the same time he was telling her about some guy in his dorm that had eaten a whole bottle of aspirin and nearly committed suicide. His date kept saying to him, "How horrible. Don't, darling. Please don't, not here." Imagine giving somebody a feel and telling them about a guy committing suicide at the same time. That killed me. I couldn't stick around and hear old Ernie play something halfway decent, but I certainly wasn't going to sit down at a table with old Lillian Simmons and that Navy guy and be bored to death. So I left. It made me mad, though, when I was getting my coat. People are always ruining things for you.